Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, got a bad score this week. As you can see, top 49%. Absolutely shocking. I mean, 2132 usually isn't that bad, but this week it's bad. And I know the reasons why. We'll go into it. Uh, uh, First off, Jack Crisp. Yeah, pretty ordinary from him. Expecting a lot better from him. Look, hopefully this is one of his lowest scores of the year. Otherwise, he might have to be a trade. We've got a lot of concerns, particularly with this back line. This is what screwed me over this round. We'll talk about the captain in a minute. Uh, Ridley, yeah, disappointing, just like most of the Essendon team. Even though we scored a reasonable amount of Supercoach points, his defenders didn't really do particularly well. I mean, 68 from Ridley's pretty ordinary, and had a Creps as well, which stuffs up, which makes things worse. And Jaden Short, he did okay, I guess. I mean, better than most of the other Richmond players. Richmond were pretty crap on the weekend, so on Thursday night. So they don't deserve to play finals. I don't think they will. But at least Short was okay. Otherwise, this would have been even worse. This defense, Lockie Whitfield, I always had concerns about him, but everyone seemed to jump on him. And look, 73. I know it's only round one, but he did this last year. He got 140, then he got a 70 or a 60 or 80 or 90, not the 100 plus that we need every week. I don't expect him to get it every week, but 73 for 500k player is not good enough. McInerney, this is again what put me behind everyone else. 54 for a pod is just unacceptable. For 400k, for 111,000, it's not good enough. And this might either have to be a trade or just have to wait and be patient. But this is just, I took the gamble, took the risk. It looks like I'm losing compared to George Hewitt. And we got Paddy McCartan 70, which is great. He did better than some of these other premiums, considering he hasn't played that much AFL compared to some of these other players. Yeah, look, pretty good. Look, happy with McCartan. Driscoll hasn't played. I might have to trade him for someone who's actually making money. We'll wait and see. Degoni, disappointing, 38. I mean, at least they got the bench right in terms of on-field selection right out of the rookies that I had available. Yeah, 38's not good enough. Hopefully he gets more next match. But the main reason why another reason why I'm so behind the defence is because George Hewitt, James Sicily really, really put me behind the eight ball. It's the players that I didn't pick that perform really well. I mean, Cullen's not going to perform that well every week, and that's the issue. James Sicily, 100's not putting me that far behind, but it's just having multiple defenders who underperformed, like four defenders who underperformed. So the potentials really killed me when you got George Hewitt, Jordan Dawson, and Tom Stewart all did better, and same with Aaron Hall. It's just a kick in the guts, particularly George Hewitt and James Sicily, since a lot of people have them. It's just killed me. It's really put behind the eight ball, and I've Justin McInerney over George Hewitt might be a mistake now. I wanted to go something different, but I'm fed up with just joining the bandwagon. Which may be a problem with Whitfield. We'll soon see with Whitfield. He's a great gun player, but maybe the game didn't suit him. Jackson McRae, look, I should have took his VC option. I was an idiot for not doing it. That's a mistake that really I shouldn't have made. You take 130 every week, even if still went on and get 150, which he didn't. I mean, 87's not the worst score ever, but for a captain, it's terrible. And look, Neil, excellent job. Rao, outstanding. Chose him instead of Cripps, which seems to be the better option at the moment. It's one thing I did get right so far. I mean, Cripps is still a good option, but he's got a bit more competition, even though Rao's got Miller. Jared Berry, and this is probably the biggest concern in the midfield, to be honest. Talk about Ward in a minute. And Berry's actually played a few seasons. He had one good season of 97 average, and he performed well in the pre-season, but he might have been, I think he might have been, he was injured towards, I think, the third last quarter, which sort of stuffed up his scoring. So he probably could have gotten 80, 90 and was sort of on track for that. So 20 and 30 points short of what he could have been. And that's just another killer blow for me. I mean, a lot of other people had him, but it's not as popular as some of his other selections. You got Lipinski, Shield, Edelman McDonald, which no one talked about at all. Never heard anyone talking about Luke McDonald. All did much better than Berry. It's just, yeah, I don't know with Berry. We'll soon see. It's tough with Brisbane's midfield. But, hopefully he can at least get a bare minimum 80 or 90. Otherwise, he probably has to be a trade. Horn Francis, you can probably get away with not having him, to be honest. But 75, you want more, but it's not the worst. As you can see here, Ward, Day Collis, everyone has him. So 98, we'll take it. Yeah, Ward, pretty ordinary to be honest. You want at least a bare minimum of 60, barely made break even, which is a huge problem for cash generation. That's probably another big concern with the midfield. Hopefully, he has a good game next week. They played North. I was hoping he will score a bit more, to be honest. Did better against Richmond. Richmond aren't that good either. Dylan Stevens, yeah, a little disappointing from him too. I mean, he still scored more than Ward. Lost 23 points. It's not a big deal. Wasn't the biggest problem this round. I already explained that with the defence and the captain option here. But look, I mean, hopefully, he has a good game coming soon for that cash generation. At 167, you sort of want a bit more. I mean, 60 would be alright if it was like a 102k or a 117 midfielder wouldn't be as bad. But McDonald, yeah, 48, a bit disappointing. Guinness scored a bit more, so probably should have selected him. But again, you don't know these rookies. Next week, it could be completely different. And same with B Howe. I mean, West Coast were forced to play these younger rookies. 47, I like a bit more as well. With the rucks, again, there's might be a bit of concerns with Gawn. 92. I always had a bit of a doubt with Gawn this year, and I should have went with my gut because Rowan Marshall I thought about picking, and Jared Witts did better as well. Now, significantly cheaper options, particularly Jared Witts. I reckon Marshall's probably a bit better selection. I think you got more value with Witts. You probably make more money with him. Marshall on the other hand. At least I didn't pick Darcy. Got away with that. But I think Marshall might even outperform Gawn. We'll soon see. It's only round one, but I've got a feeling people seem to always, go just to follow the crowd with Gawn and Grundy. I get they're good players. Grundy might be fine, but Gawn, I reckon Marshall might be a better option. I hope Marshall goes forward line, which I don't think he will, be an excellent option. Hugh Dixon, 42, is it disappointing? I mean, he's 102k. I might trade him out and swap him with Hayes and bring him Nick Martin either this week or next week, depending on the selection with Holland. If Hollands isn't playing this week, I'll probably bring Martin in. In terms of the forline, pretty good to be honest. Josh Dunkley, excellent job, reliable. Zach Butters, great job, excellent considering these two were injured last season. Caniglio, a little bit disappointing, he get over 100, but he's still got to make money with scoring 80. Hope he can gets at least 90 plus each week. Will Brody, look, maybe tad disappointing. It's not that bad. It's not the reason why I got a bad score this round. I was hoping for a 90 score. Same with Sherry. I mean, they're still got to make a bit of money from those scores, but not that much, which is why I want a bit more. And Rochelle, an excellent player. I actually ended up taking Jack Hayes' score because I had Hollands on the bench to get the loophole. We got rid of Martin, which ended up being a crap decision in the end. But I'll bring Nick Martin back in if Holland isn't playing for this round. If not, I'll bring him in after next week. Overall, disappointing. Just the defence and the captain option really killed me this week. basically, and Berry, Ward, Berry particularly. Yeah, losing 20, 30 points is crucial, I guess. But yeah, look, it's round one, but I'm already miles behind everyone in terms of scoring. Hopefully, defenders lift next week, and I get the cap decision right, and I should be back on track. Might make a few trades. Probably make one this week or none. Next week will be the big week. Thank you for watching.